Hi Virgo, and welcome to your August 2020 general reading. So there won't be any mid-months. There's just an awful lot going on, Virgo, and I have got loads of new beginnings, and I need to put all my energy into them. So, and August is very much the holiday month, or when people are involved in different things. So your two Lenormands are the Lady and then the Swans again. So this is the third time in a row that you've got the Swan card, if I'm not right. And I've got two swans there. That's interesting. So the swans are about love, connection, soulmates. The Lady is an interesting card to go because, I mean, this is very much your energy anyhow. Virgo rules the divine feminine. Very beautiful, but she is waiting if you look at the image. So I don't know for some of you if you do feel that you're waiting on someone, or for some of you, I really hope you're just enjoying the Swan card, this energy of love. We need to enjoy joy, Virgo, when it comes our way, okay? Sometimes we need to love completely without ever knowing how long it's going to last, you know? But I don't know, I'm very intrigued to find out what's going on for you now. I'm really hoping we don't get the Nine of Swords, but there's nothing like love to make us feel fear, because love exposes all our vulnerabilities. Love, our hidden parts. So I'm not really surprised you're getting the Nine of Swords. You know, I've had many Swan situations where I've been very, very much in the Nine of Swords. Felt quite anxious about being vulnerable, about trusting. Trust is a big one. Every single person in this planet has had broken trust. So it's a broken trust that often makes us in cards like the Nine of Swords. Okay, so we feel nervous about trusting and being vulnerable and loving again. Let's see what's going on for August now. I need to shuffle one more time. I just really want clarity for you. Let me give me a breath. So tell me what this is going on for Virgo. You've got a card from the bottom that wants to come out, so I'm going to pull it out. Okay, Eight of Cups. What you want is a Three of Wands. I wonder if that's the Lady, because she is waiting. I don't always read the Lady card that way, but for some reason it's what stood out. All right, Gift for Two of Swords. The challenge is the Six of Pentacles. Four of Wands in your relationships. That's lovely, guys. Beautiful. Enjoy it. Enjoy it without feeling guilty. Enjoy it without looking over your shoulder. Take celebration when it comes, because that's what changes our that's really what changes our DNA, when we embrace joy. Money and work, you get Three of Cups. Lovely. Soul position, the Magician. Now do not give me the Nine of Swords as the outcome. No, get the Judgment card, which is the opposite side of Scorpio card. So for some of you, if you've been waiting, this is the reuniting, because it is with the Six of Cups. Capricorn got these, but as Capricorn got them as what's going on around them at the moment. Very beautiful reading, guys, and it's so interesting because it is these cards. Because there is a waiting. The Two of Swords and the Three of Wands. The Two of Swords is the gift, though. So I find the Two of Swords is also called the Peace card. A lot of people read it different ways. At the end of the day, Virgo, we have immense agency in our life, and we take our agency by deciding how we respond to situations. Waiting can be a nightmare, or it can be the best gift. Yeah? But the waiting with the Swans card is exactly the same reading as you got. You did have the Eight of Cups floating around. It flew out the bottom of the deck, so I thought I'd bring it out. And the Eight of Cups would make sense, especially for you. What you want is a Three of Wands. So Three of Wands is notoriously called your ship coming in. For some of you, there's a desire to expand beyond your horizons, because if you look at the card, it's got multiple meanings. But he is looking out to sea. These birds are flying, so there's a desire for expansion. All the threes are very expansive, sometimes for better and sometimes for worse when it comes to cards like the Three of Swords, because it can expand heartache. So I'm not sure if what you're doing is waiting for, yeah, you are waiting for something. I know you are. You're waiting for the Ace, which is clarity. Now the gift is the Two of Swords, which means there's an immense opportunity to be at peace with what is. Happiness is being at peace with what is. That's it. That's a direct path to joy. Just peace with what is. The challenge is the Six of Pentacles. I will go back to those cards. For some reason, I just wanted to jump straight into your reading, Virgo. Tell me about the challenge, the Six of Pentacles. So this can be about a job interview. It can be the flow of money, or it can be about a mutual, straightforward communication with another person, very much heart to heart. Yeah. It tends to be, as a relationship card, the Six of Pentacles is one of my favourite cards, actually, because it's very... It wants to have these scales weighed out. It wants equality. And sometimes equality is just a bit straightforward conversations, Virgo. Yeah, that's it. And you're an earth sign, and earth signs rule authenticity. Anyhow, I need to do what's behind you. So you've got the Justice card with the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is that feeling. So things not being out in the open. Seven of Swords can even be, shall I stay? Shall I go? Shall I wait? Shall I go forward? So it's a card of analysis paralysis, basically. Overthinking things. It's a habit. Yeah. But it's also a card of things not being fully, cards not fully being on the table. So that gnaws away at our peace of mind. And I wonder if that's why some sort of honest dialogue brings you back to peace of mind. Or Virgo, you don't have an honest dialogue. You create peace of mind for yourself. We become empowered. The direct path to love is self-love. Everything else flows from that. So the Seven of Swords with the Libra card, I keep feeling this is about relationship. Yeah, the Justice card rules relationships, it rules Libra. So Libra is about equality between two people. The Libra card is a huge gateway card, because when our Libra is not fully evolved, sometimes we people please. We bury our light in order to make people happy, which is such an issue for Virgo, burying your light, not bringing all that you can be into the world. So there could be a little bit of energy about that. Or there could be a feeling here there's a relationship and it's you're a little bit in the Seven of Swords, not going forwards, not going backwards, so you're stuck in the gateway. So what you want is a Three of Wands. It's with, yeah, you're waiting for news, Knight of Swords. Basically, you're waiting for movement. Don't worry. Because what's helping you get this movement is the Two of Swords. So even though there might be an opportunity for some dialogue, it's almost like, you know that old saying, you know, what is it? If you watch paint dry, it never dries. And when we learn to let go and stop waiting and do the direct path to peace, everything that we are waiting for comes to us. Yeah, and Virgo is a very yin energy. And yin is magnetic. You're definitely waiting for some sort of action. Tell me more about the gift, because the gift is almost one of the most important cards, because you know what's working for you. So, Ten of Wands, which means you're in the ending of an oppressive cycle. I find the Seven of Swords quite an oppressive card, because oppression is when things feel unresolved. Grey areas. Yeah. And sometimes that oppression can be... Do you remember you kept getting the mice card? That niggling state of mind. That is how we oppress our own selves, Virgo. So the gift of peace, absolutely love seeing it for you. Honestly, absolutely love it. And even though you're obviously waiting for some sort of contact, it might be about a job. It's going to be good news if it's around a job. It might be about a relationship. I think it'll be good news if it's around a relationship. It might be a feeling that there's something a little bit unbalanced, because you've got the two cards about balance with the Seven of Swords. Just make sure you're not being your own worst enemy, okay? Because we are our own worst enemies. And we're our own worst enemies, really, when we are almost believing in our thoughts, okay? You know what? I go into thought, Virgo, and I just say thought. Thinking, and I walk away from it. I breathe, I do something practical, I move my energy. So just be very mindful of it. Why is the Six of Pentacles the challenge? Because this is about it can be about the flow of money, okay? It's, for some of you, this is about something being exchanged. For others of you, there's something unbalanced, something out of balance that needs to be brought back to balance. So tell me about the Four of Wands and Virgo's relationships. I really like that, by the way. I notice everyone's readings are all so much lighter this month. I'm not even going to do a collective reading because I don't think we need one. Knight of Cups. So that's a lot of light, there's a lot of joy, there's a lot of potential for celebration. I mean, sometimes the Knight of Cups isn't the most serious card, but you know what, Virgo? Sometimes just allowing ourselves to enjoy things for what they are is such a breakthrough. It brings such lightness to us that it just moves us into a much more light and joyful place. So you get beautiful relationship energy, by the way. Enjoy every single bit of it. Three of Cups in your money and work. You're celebrating something, I guarantee you that. So for some of you, this could be a new job and you're waiting to hear about it. For some of you, you're waiting to hear about a relationship, and here comes a Knight. What's the Three of Cups with the Two of Cups? So some of you might be meeting someone at work. This could just be relationships at work. A lot of celebration, a lot of connection. Now let me carry on. Magician at the soul level. Magician, all the aces, okay? Manifesting extremely powerful energy, okay? So tell me about the Magician card. Ooh, with the Ace of Cups. So you've got the Ace, the 2 and the 3. Now Aquarius had the Ace, 2 and 3 as well. I'm an Aquarius, so that's wonderful. The Ace of Cups at a soul level, the Magician. I mean, the Magician holds all the aces. Very, very much about being the manifester, setting your intention, setting your desire for the life path that you want to live. Virgo, we have tremendous power in our lives. A lot of what stops us accessing that power is especially the mind, when we're lost in our thinking patterns, because it creates interference and things don't easily get to us when we're, I mean, if you think about it, the Magician's like an empty vessel. The Ace of Cups is an empty vessel. And if we're full of too much thought, then life can't manifest. Because it's like having a full glass of wine and trying to put more into it. So emptiness isn't a negative state. It's where all creativity happens. And one of the ways that we do that is by trying to stop the mind. I mean, in reality, the mind never stops. But we get once we get some sort of management of it, 2 of Swords is the gift. Our life changes. It almost goes from black to white. Or white, or black to gold. It's a process of massive, massive change, where everything becomes clearer to us, like the Sun card, going from the moon to the sun. But it's all about getting management of our minds in this place of calm within us. That's when good things begin to happen to us. So your outcome is some sort of, for some of you, this is a reconnection with someone. Judgment card is coming back from the dead, and it's rebirth. And it's rebirth, clearly, this is either going to be another person. It can be with your own heart, just feeling this overriding sense of joy and connection. And it's when we feel this, like the Ace of Cups, when we're this empty vessel, that our heart sort of overflows and it becomes a magnet. And remember, Virgo, you're a yin sign. It's about magnetism. But in order to be that magnet, we really, really need to cultivate our garden, our inner world. So I think really this is definitely about connection. And the theme of the card is some sort of waiting, and then the Swan card. You know what, again, I think you're my third reading, and everyone's reading is so much lighter. It's been, oh my gosh, they've been so challenging. The mid-months in July were some of the most challenging I've done in ages. Give me another message for Virgo here. So you get the Temperance card, Sagittarius. This is about balance. So we either drown or we swim. Again, terrible, terrible generalization. Sorry, Virgo. I feel I've been full of them. But she floats in this water. She's got this incredible emotional balance, and she still holds the grail. It's about the middle path. There's about no extremities of behaviour. But if you tend to your own inner world, everything flows from there. If our inner world is full of interference patterns, all we attract is the same. If it's full of the Three of Swords, we goddamn attract that Three of Swords. But if we take time to tend to our minds especially, and look at your soul, it's like whoosh, this potential to bring in all this energy. It's almost like, I almost want to use, it's a strange word to use. it's almost like a purification's happened. And it is a strange word to use, but you know when you kept getting the Nine of Swords, I knew for a lot of you, you were in potentially a challenging place, okay? But sometimes when I see challenging cards, I tend to know that the breakthrough is going to happen. And you're going to move to the opposite end of that spectrum, yeah? It's just, that's just the way the world is. That's what the balancing's about. And it would seem to me that you're moving to the opposite end of the spectrum, and there's an awful lot of potential for joy. Virgo, do something for me and enjoy every single minute of it. Because that's what's going to change our world for the better. It's the individual becoming all that they can be. And all we can ever really be is this receptive vessel. And then we give it out from there. We overflow. And then reality's so kind in giving us back exactly what we feel about ourselves. I think most of us know that, for better or worse. I almost want to say to you, go be happy. Go open your heart. Welcome what's there for you. And then send some to me. Much love, Virgo. That was a bit of a pleasure. Sort of cheered me up a little bit. Lots of love, guys. Bye.